This era of everybody has become a sheikh. Everybody has become a da'iyah. This era of everybody has interest in gathering a lot of people to listen to them. A lot of people. And they want to please them. They don't want to say anything that will send them away from listening to them. So they want to please them with their expressions, with their actions, at the detriment of what? Of religion. Subhanallah. So we have to be extra careful in listening to people, in sieving very, very well those we listen to. If somebody comes around in the name of Sunnah, Ahlul Sunnah, and in the name of Salafiyya, Wasatiyya, that I am balanced, I don't want to go to the extreme, I don't want to fall into laxity. But you now listen to what he's saying, that is calling Wasatiyya. You see that he's calling to Sufism. He's praising the Sufis. Is paving way for the Mubtadi'ah, people of Bid'ah in the society. In the name of Sunnah and in the name of unity, he paves way for people of Bid'ah. He paves way for the people of Sufi. But you see him at times, he talks about Al-Aqidah, he talks about Fiqh, he starts mentioning the scholars of Sunnah. We are not going to be deceived with the method of that person, so long as his actions have been put on the scale of the Kitab and Sunnah and Ijma' of the Salaf, and he fails, then he's not to reckon with. He's not somebody to be recommended to the people. And that is what Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah is preaching here. Mimma lahu ta'alluq bid-din. Whatever the action of the person is, or his statement is, so long as he's attaching it to religion, to the deen, that this is part of our religion, then we have to put it on the scales. Check it. Is it allowed in the Kitab and Sunnah? The Salaf, is that how they will practice it? If it fails the test, then فَهُوَ رَدٌّ. It has to be rejected. Taymiyyah rahimahullah continues. He said, وَالْإِجْمَاعُ الَّذِي يَنْضَبِطْ هُوَ مَا كَانَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَفُ الصَّالِحِ إِذْ بَعْدَهُمْ كَثُرَ الْإِخْتِلَافُ وَانْتَشَرَتِ الْأُمَّةِ. He said the ijma' that is being reckoned with, that is being considered, هُوَ مَا كَانَ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَفُ الصَّالِحِ, is the one that the Salaf are upon. The one that the Salaf are upon. Who are the Salaf? We are talking about the companions, the Tabi'un, the Tabi'ut Tabi'in. Al-Qurun al-Mufaddala. The one the Salaf are upon. Is ba'adahum, he said, because after the Qurun al-Mufaddala, what happened? Kasur al-Ikhtilaf. Disagreements became so much in the society on issues due to different reasons. He said, وَانْتَشَرَتِ الْأُمَّةِ. And everywhere, people, the Ummah, they have scattered everywhere. They are in Iraq, they are in Sham, they are in this, they are in that. They have gone to Africa, to different parts of the world. And different verdicts on the same issue has been passed. On the same issue, you hear the verdict that this is haram. On the same issue, you hear the verdict that it is halal. On the same issue, it is allowed, it is not allowed. So that's why Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah said that the ijma' we are talking about is the one, the consensus of the Salaf. The consensus of the Salaf. So this is to say that what the Salaf are upon, there is no how, we cannot do without it. Because the Prophet says, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, khairul qurun qarni, the best of generations is what? Is my generation. in terms of ibadah, in terms of suluk, in terms of manhaj, in terms of understanding. You compare what this person is saying to what was obtainable in the time of the Prophet ﷺ, what the companions did. You compare what he said is sunnah today. Was it part of sunnah in the time of the Prophet ﷺ? You compare it. Anybody can claim to be Ahlul Sunnah. In fact, a lot of people claim to be Ahlul Sunnah, when some of them are not. So it is just a claim that anybody can, you want to claim it because of the glory in it. They want the glory, so they want to claim it. Whereas their actions do not speak Sunnah. Their statements, their expressions do not speak Sunnah. Home and abroad, they are everywhere. But the fact that he has beards, and when he talks, people are motivated. People run after them. And they say, no, it is the Ahlul Sunnah that is considerable. He's practicing wasatiyya. It's not the extreme Ahlul Sunnah. Whereas, look at his expressions, look at his doings, look at his nothing to write home about. When it comes to the Sunnah that the companions actually practiced. And the Prophet said the best of generations is my generation, that included him and his companions. So why wouldn't you emulate the best generation? Why would you want to emulate somebody who claims to be a Sunni today, a preacher, who claims to be preaching Sunnah, but what he's preaching is in contradiction with what the salaf practiced? Some of them don't even want you to talk about Aqidah at all. Don't discuss issue of Aqidah. Because they believe when you discuss Aqidah, it divides the Ummah the more. So they don't discuss Aqidah. And you rarely see preachers like this talk about Aqidah. You rarely hear them talk about Aqidah. What they discuss is, issues of motivation, success, how you can make money, family, whatever, marriage, success in marriage, child upbringing, which of course is good as well, but what happens to the foundation? That all other things you are discussing are supposed to be built upon that foundation, which is the aqidah of those people. You are trying to groom them in terms of relationship, in terms of every other thing in life. All those things are supposed to be built on what? On aqidah. But you don't want to talk about the aqidah. Because they believe when you start talking about aqidah, it divides the ummah. But the Prophet spent years talking about aqidah in Makkah. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He got to Medina, never stopped talking about aqidah. So this kind of preacher, who is his, what do I say? Is he mentor? Who is he copying? Who is he emulating? Who is he emulating? If he says he's emulating the Prophet in his da'wah, we say, la, you are not emulating the Prophet in your da'wah. You can just be said to be a motivational speaker who motivates people, not even to the right thing in the deen. And see the companions, the Prophet sent one of them, sallallahu, he said, when you get to where you are going, the first thing you should call them on to is what? Shahadat Allah ilaha illallah. He sent a companion out. When you get to where you are going, to those people, the first thing you should call them onto is what? They believe in La ilaha. What is that? That's aqidah. He didn't say the first thing you should call them onto is to tell them to maintain ties of kinship, is to tell them to keep their marriage safe, to tell them how the husband should relate with the wife, how they can make money in life, how they can. He didn't say that, because all those things will come after understanding the aqidah. If they know those ones and there is no aqidah, if anything happens in that relationship that you have taught him how to do it well, and the relationship failed, eventually he may turn his back to Islam. He may say, what is the essence of this Islam even? When my relationship is not even working well, when my business fails, I have prayed, I have tried. But you have taught him how to run his business. You have taught him how to relate with people, business partners. But you don't teach him Aqidah. He will fail. He will fall back to that Aqidah and fail in it. He may even abuse Allah. He doesn't know Aqidah now. He doesn't know Tawheed. He doesn't understand the issue of Qadar. So, preachers like this, they are dangerous for the Ummah. They are dangerous for the Ummah, wallahi. But a lot of people do not understand. And they will feel those are the preachers that should, that should be trending in the society. Because of their oration, they are orators. They can talk and carry people along with their speech. Any other person can do it. Even a Christian can do that. In fact, they do it better. If you to carry people along with their speech, they do it better. But Islam is not based upon that. So anyone who is going to be a preacher, a da'iyah in al-Islam, must understand the da'wah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam very well. He must understand the da'wah of the companions very well. He must understand the da'wah of the salaf, how they handled this. They learned from the Prophet and they went across globe, to preach the Islam to the people. They understood how the Prophet began Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and they began the same way. So, but now that we have a lot of disagreements, what is leading to those disagreements is because we have left the foundation and the manner of the da'wah of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That's why we have disagreements. Too much of disagreements, too much of issues in society. We have left the manner of the Prophet in calling people to deen. You see some du'ats, they want to protect their dignity, they want to protect their interest, they want to protect this and that. Because of that, they will keep mute when they're supposed to say the truth. You see some du'ats, because of whims and caprices, self-desires, popularity, money, interest. That's those are personal interests. They say wrong things to the people when they know the right thing in their mind. In the name of, let us just come together, so that they need a lot of population to achieve their goals. These du'ats, they are not emulating Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah emphatically said this, that when you talk about the Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, their foundation in anything they do, even the da'wah, is they place it on the scale of the kitabs, the Sunnah, and the what? And the ijma' of the salaf as-salih. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to assist us and give us better understanding of this discussion.
The Guidance Facebook page. Follow, like, and share.